So, of course, the big thing about this is I want you guys to be able to talk to the stars and follow our favorite web series, The Guild. So I'm not going to sit up here and rant a lot. I do have a job at Cheesy Beards to get back to tonight. So first, I'm going to ask a quick icebreaker, kind of lighten the mood a little bit. Were you all able to get separate hotel rooms, or?
Yeah. Nice. Thank goodness we do have our own rooms. Thank you, Denver Comic Con. I think I thought and y'all showed it. Well, you were 222? I'm just 22. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, when we shot that scene, it wasn't just us in that room. It was like 20 crew. Yeah. So that would have been a nightmare.
That was kind of the worst shooting I think we ever did.
Yeah, thanks for making us relive that.
No problem. And so, kind of the big question that I want to ask before I start picking people from the audience is, and this is kind of a character question for everybody, if your character was not in the guild and doing what they do, what job at Cheesy Beards do you think they would be doing?
You're a real Cheesy Beards fan, huh?
You know it's a fake restaurant, right?
Yeah.
There's something not going to work, but there's like no one there, it's like this shanty restaurant like where nobody works and you're just in the back room sad and crying. You guys don't have to be
so, from the sound of it, you'd be the manager.
Touché. I think Zabba would be like the creepy guy who's not even the manager but still goes to everybody's table and be like, how's everything going, guys? What's your fries?
I think Clara would be the bartender.
Oh, yeah. That girl who came in with a flyer for something and just wanted to put it on a bulletin board, but then she's like, oh no, you don't want that? Okay, it's fine, bye. Erin?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'd like to hear some ideas. Anybody got an idea? What actually?
You could be a hostess.
Hostess. I feel that you'd be a good waitress.
Well, I feel like you'd be like protesting the restaurant because
That's
so
true.
there you go. She'd be the protester, but like in the off hours she comes in to eat food. She's protesting the whole time.
Anti-gender. Yeah, that kind of thing.
On a mission. Okay.
All right, well, that's everything I'm going to ask. I said I didn't want to take time from everybody, so we have the mic set up for Q&A. As you guys line up, I'll just kind of go back and forth between the two lines.
I don't have my glasses on.
So,
oh, yeah. I did it for everybody else's benefit, really.
So I'm going to go back and forth between the left and the right mic. We'll start over here. If there's somebody ready on that side.
Was somebody there?
Everybody line up at the mic.
Come on down.
No, don't hit that child. What was your favorite game show as a kid? Because I always loved The Price is Right. Really? What about you?
Favorite game show? Probably this one with matching.
Matching?
No, like, you have categories, like,
Family Feud?
Family Feud. That was it. That's the one I liked. Like that one.
Remember Double Dare? That was
Challenge with you any day.
You remember that Nickelodeon show, Legend of the Hidden Temple? I want to be on that show.
Yeah.
All I'm doing this panel is just talk about what we remember.
Yeah.
It shows me
So you guys remember Dragon Con we saw cosplayers of?
Yes, we did.
That was pretty cool.
That was a really clever cosplay.
What was that show with Crag or the mountain thing? Guts. Okay, there's people there on the thing now.
Ryan and I played Guts for my show Cooperative. It might have been the most agonizing afternoon meeting I've ever experienced. It's a video game, yeah, on our show Cooperative. Yeah, we played through kind of the worst games we could find, and that was the lowest of low.
Was it based on a TV series?
Yeah, it was the worst. I mean, you guys will watch it. It's bad. It's the closest I ever came to bailing on my own show. Like, I'm out of here. Somebody finish this.
Like, how did you guys get the idea for your characters?
What's her name?
Delaney.
Delaney. Hi, Delaney.
Hi, Delaney.
Hi,
I'm
Delaney.
gonna say hi, Delaney.
Hi, Delaney.
She's funny. Lady.
Oh, Delaney later.
Oh, I didn't listen to the question.
She wanted to know how we came up with the ideas for our characters.
Well, you can't.
Well, Felicia came to
I did write the script. So I did come up with the characters. But you know, as the seasons went on, obviously all the actors influenced a lot how the characters sort of, the quirks came about, or the kind of things that I put them through were definitely inspired by the awesome performances of everyone. And when I was writing Zabu, since I knew Sandeep from improv, his personality influenced the way that I wrote that character before we even shot him. So it's always kind of inspired by the actor.
That's terrible. I mean, you thought I was like a creepy stalker guy? So
Yeah.
this is a wish fulfillment for Felicia. It was like, oh, I wish that Sandeep was stalking me. Someone wrote a character for him.
He has a really stalking quality. Invasive.
My stalker quotient is high.
I knew that Erin was going to play Madeline, or at least I had on my mind that Erin would play Madeline. So that was definitely, I love being able to write parts for actors that I know are going to be in it. Like Will Wheaton, I wrote Fox with him in mind. And other smaller characters, and actually in that whole guild, I wrote most of those except for Bruiser, who I didn't know Teddy beforehand. But that's kind of the funnest thing when you look at the qualities that someone has, and you're like, oh, let's play with them because they're so unique and special, which every single actor we've ever had on the show is.
And then Jeff Lewis was written as basically Jeff Lewis.
Jeff Lewis. He's like that. Maybe watch his blog. Yeah, it's like
So cheap. He's so cheap.
I am not cheap. Can I have that? He literally called me on one day. I swear this happened. He's like, my nephew's birthday is coming up. Any free video games? This is literally how no, Jeff, I don't have any free video games for the nephew I've never met of yours.
I think you should talk like Jeff the rest of this.
It's not a good impression, but at least I'm trying, right?
It's good.
So he's here for a second. I was like, Jeff.
All right, so we're going to take our next question.
Oh,
Yes.
is that Alice?
No, I'm in a wheelchair. You can't see me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm here.
Okay, hi.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
My question is sort of mostly directed to Ms. Day, but if anyone else on the panel has any thoughts, I'd appreciate it. Because I use a wheelchair, costuming has been sort of not an issue, but something I always think about. And my question is, if I were to do a costume that I can't do cosplay as accurate as most people, but if I were to do a costume that was not seen on screen, but if I made it look good enough to possibly appear on that show or movie, whatever, would that still be considered cosplay?
I mean, I think that regardless of whether you're in a wheelchair or not, you should be able to cosplay as whatever the hell you want. I mean, I'm not think there's any... Wherever you are. And that's what's kind of awesome about cosplay, the creativity, the sort of projection into fantasy. That's what's amazing. And the cleverness, some people just have a clever costume. Those are the ones that kind of I love. Like, when we, that's the one that stick out the most. So I would just go with your heart and don't let anything limit you, whoever you are.
Right.
So I can't wait to see you next year. But
I'm going to be back in my seat up at the front, so you'll see me in a second.
okay.
Are we going to go back over to the right? Sure.
What was your best shoot for the guild?
What was the best shoot for the guild? The best season?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite season?
To me, mine was always season one was just special because it was season one. I mean, it was the first time. Yeah, you always remember your first time. special. I mean, I talked about this in the last panel, but I guess the first time we all sat at the booth at Cheesy Beards was like the first time I met Robin, the first time I met Amy and Vince, and the first time I kind of realized, oh, this is going to be a really amazing show. It's like, we've done a bunch of scenes, sorry, blur, we did a bunch of scenes together, just me and Felicia, just with Saturday and Codex, and then it wasn't until I really got a Cheesy Beards, it was like, oh my god, this whole cast is hilarious. So that was a special time for me. You guys are special.
Don't touch me.
Said, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I would say season 5 for me. I mean, we said it in the last panel too, because for me, the steampunk was just pretty amazing.
You did really cool. I was jealous of you the whole time.
It was, I mean, I got to feel pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to say that word, but I got to feel pretty awesome.
Yeah. And you definitely, and that was inspired by us going to Gen Con one year, and Robin, you're particularly geeky, like a lot of geek things are new to you.
Yeah.
And she just went up to a gobble thing, like, and the most adorable look on her face you've ever seen in your life. I was like, oh, okay. I got your back.
I have to say the 5th for me because it was my first.
Always a third. I think 3 was really super fun for me. It was the most gratifying in that it was really hard to get all those characters in one script, and I thought that it balanced out really well, and I thought all that the chemistry between the rival guild and our guild was so awesome. I think that there were some amazing performances, and yeah, it was the most gratifying as a writer because it was the first season I felt like, oh, I kind of am comfortable with writing, but wait, let me cry a little. Okay, I'm a little comfortable with writing. Okay, now is it Alf's turn?
He's adjusting.
Greetings, next to the guild. Yes. Felicia. Now I understand.
Finish chewing and swallowing the cat. Ask your question.
Who thought of that show anyway?
I'm sorry, we have no idea what he said, sir. I'm sorry. I think he asked you want us to take the mask, or me to take the mask off. That's your question. I don't know, you just mind your question, I guess. Oh my god, kids don't watch. Kids don't watch. He's good.
Lower your eyes, guys. There's another Alf face under there.
Felicia, now I understand and respect all too well why you don't do the vlog anymore. But perhaps maybe for a special episode of the vlog, and perhaps what I would consider to be the ultimate skill set, would you seriously consider climbing Devil's Tower in Wyoming? If you did, achievement unlocked, rock climber. And if you make it to the top, you can hum the 5 musical tones from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Achievement unlocked. Super weird question.
And Alf singer. It's like a combo that's the perfect thing that just happened.
Security.
So Alf has secret powers. What's that? Alf has secret powers. Don't make the security guard take a dive. We'll never be seen again. I'm not able to do the vlog every week, although I'm doing a substitute with my brother as a substitute, and I'll be doing 6 episodes of the vlog in the fall. So thank you guys for understanding. I love how my audience is like, any other show comes up to air, you know, it's like everybody's like concerned for my health. I really do appreciate that, guys. I love the show. It was just a little too hard to do on a weekly basis, but it will be back. I don't do outdoors things. I try not to let the sun touch my skin in any way. So I have a couple of ideas of the things. I could do rock climbing. Indoor rock climbing. Yeah, I'm open to that. That would be an achievement of me.
Put that Wyoming mountain indoors.
Yeah, indoors, but it's just a covered scrim, sort of a shaded porch, sort of to cover
Maybe
it
during
all.
an eclipse or something, you can climb it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I appreciate the suggestion, and it will be back, and I'll hopefully do some clever things you guys will try. Thank you, Al.
And your name? AJ. So I'm just curious. You guys have done multiple seasons of the Guild. Do you guys have a plan to make a movie for the Guild?
I just have to figure out that story. I mean, I don't know if I have that right now. Obviously, the Guild is still my baby, and I still own the show and everything. So what we do with it in the future is still sort of in the air. It's important to me to never just do the show just because to do it. You know, you don't want to have like a season that you're not like totally proud of, or like, oh, there's a reason for this season. Every single season of the Guild, there's a good reason for why the underlying season got made. So I'm definitely open to the idea if that idea comes to me. It's just we'll figure it out as we go along.
When we're 60, the cast is going to the moon.
Golden Guild. Golden Guild, the movie. Kickstarter in 20 years.
Just the Arthur.
It would totally be the Arthur.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on over to the left.
So everyone here is exposed to you on screen, but there's been hints with Sandeep yesterday showing his improv comedy, Felicia doing a Reddit AMA, getting really excited about being asked a question about the business side. So what, my question to the panel is, what is it that we don't know that gets you really excited that's not related to just your on-screen work?
It's the billions of dollars, right?
The money. The Guild is just...
Okay, for everybody else.
What off-screen?
What our passions are off screen, basically.
For me, I direct some shows as well. I direct The Legend of Neo and Fake Supers. That's probably my true passion. Directing is, for me, it's like you're leading a little army kind of into battle. And that's not to take anything away from actual people in the army who go into battle. They do much better and more dangerous things, but it is sort of like a group of people who come together to sort of create this thing out of thin air, really, and it's about the logistics of working with limited resources and people's time and energy and creativity to, you know, create this project. And it's, for me, like captaining that ship and figuring out, okay, we only have, you know, $200 to spend on this, and, you know, if we spend it on that, then we can't have extras in this, and, you know, kind of all, that whole balance, that whole game just excites my, you know, I guess I'm a gamer at heart. I grew up playing Risk and, you know, Monopoly and all these games, and I think it's sort of like that same strategy mentality is what's poured into being a director, and I love that. I can't get enough of it. So, yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, excellent. For me, my passion is Tai Chi. I like to teach Tai Chi, and I'm a Tai Chi master, and that's where my heart is. Yeah, I'd like to be able to teach all of you. That would be my dream come true.
I would say currently it's, I know we did our little segments together, but right now it's cooking. Like, I love being in the kitchen and making food for people and having dinner parties and such. And
You're a host, you're not a host.
yeah.
Have you ever thought of having a restaurant?
That would be awesome.
Cheesy beer, teamwork there.
I would like to open a bar. Really. I mean, no, I'm kidding.
So good.
Yeah, like food. That's like, that would be awesome, I think.
I just like making them things. I like bringing people together really talented and having a vision for something and all of us banding together to make it like better than one person could make it. And it's similar to what Sandeep said about, you know, being able to anticipate problems and then just steer everybody in a certain direction. I've never directed before, so I'm a little bit up with this. But as far as producing and just kind of running shows, like every show, like on Eat Sundry, every single vlogger has like a logo that kind of goes with their personality. And to me, it's all just creating worlds, whether it's a show, whether it's a world in a show, whether it's a set of characters that go together and make a world together. That's what I really love. And escaping into those worlds or allowing other people to escape with us.
It's a much more eloquent version of my answer.
Then we're going to go back to the right.
Hi.
I see the pattern. I get it.
It's like a game of...
Wow, you see the pattern?
Yeah.
Good for you.
You're all zeros and ones right now.
As a programmer, I guess I'm okay with that. Nice. Anyway, my name's Ash, and one, it's really awesome to have things in common with like all of my favorite people I've been meeting this weekend, including you guys. And I do a lot of game demos, so I was wondering, what are your favorite games? Like in general, board games, card games, video games, doesn't matter. What do you like to play the most?
Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Love Scrabble. Sorry.
Bingos. I would want to play the Tai Chi Master in Scrabble.
I love tower defense games. I also love any game. I don't really, you know what I don't like? I would say eliminating, I love all games except for games that make me anxious, which is like I'm trying to get away from being anxious during the day.
Like Risk?
Yeah, exactly. So anything, like that's why I don't like PvP very well. I don't like to be hunted. I've played like 5 minutes of like, Resident Evil. I was like, I can't, it's too tense. There's somebody maybe somewhere, and I'm literally the opening scene. I can't even watch what happens. So any game but that kind of game is funny.
I like the old school games. Like I have a niece and nephew, and we play Operation. And that's so much fun.
Yeah, you good? Is your hand steady?
It is. I can get the funny though. It's really
That's
good.
I just turned the game over. I always win. I love gaming. Just my friends and I just love turning anything into a game. Like we'll be like, oh, like we're bored at a parking lot. What's in the trunk? Oh, there's a tennis ball and a piece of rope. Let's play Foursquare somehow. Let's just make it happen. Which literally we've done exactly that. So games that off the top of my head, Prince of Persia, I loved. That brought me back into video gaming after a long time. Zelda was my first love as a video gamer. Came from that love. Like I said, Monopoly, Risk, beer pong.
Beer pong.
You name it. Volleyball, beach volleyball. I like competing and strategizing and solving puzzles. So.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for answering.
I think I have the best answer, like the top answer.
You did. You did. Also, Tai Chi Scrabble, just saying.
Right, so we're going to go back over to the left.
That's the method.
Hi, I just wanted to begin by thanking all of you up there for what you've done for geeks and nerds all over the world. I happen to be a gay geek, and now with the new vlog on Geek and Sundry, there's a world for us too. So, but you created it, you created a safe place online for all of us, so thank you.
Thank you.
Plus, one of my earliest crushes was Buck Rogers. Just saying. But my question is, Robin, how is it you get all the best lines?
Ask this one.
Felicia, why does Robin get all the best lines?
She's so cute.
It's funny because whenever I write anything up for the guild, it's like Clara is the one I never have to rewrite. And it's just, I don't know what, I think I'm more Clara than anybody else inside. I think at heart I am more of a Clara.
She hates kids.
It's like babies when they're in the larva stage.
my name's Damien.
Hey, Beardy Damien.
Hey, thank you. I do a punk rock podcast called Mostly Harmless. Shameless self-plug there. Turbo Negro was on it, just check it out. A lot of it is inspired by this new wave that you guys, the Guild, Mark Maron, the Nerdist, has brought on. The year and a half that I've been doing, my life has completely changed, and it is simply because I stopped talking about doing stuff and got up off the couch and did it. And I wanted to know, like, maybe you could say something inspirational. I don't really have a question, but like, what got you up off the couch to make something, and how has it changed everything?
First of all, congratulations that you did that. I mean, it's a big step. It's a big sort of, I feel like there's a lot of like inner demons that tell you no, 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 or even outer demons that are trying to, keep you down. Yeah, I don't know. And so anybody who just makes anything, whether it's a costume at home to come cosplay at a convention or whatever, like anybody who creates, I always admire and envy. So kudos to you, man, and keep at it. So thank you, because I come to these conventions and I see all you guys creating, and everybody comes up to me and it's like, oh, this is my podcast, this is my video. I mean, I can always get to all of them, but it always just that moment of like, yeah, I feel like there's a kinship to like, all right, we're all creators and we're kind of doing it together. It's a place to come to meet all those people, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's important to just think about the things that you love and know that you're creating something is important. Every single one of us is unique. So if you don't leave your imprint in some way, even if it's just like the food that you cook for your family that they love, or a costume you make, or you want to write a comic, I think some of us just think way too result-oriented when we start to create, and we don't value the process of creating. Me included. Sometimes you're like, oh, I want to get the script done, versus like, why don't you just really be organic about what you're doing and make sure that it's a reflection uniquely of yourself. Because that's really the world we're in. We all have the tools now to be able to express ourselves. And to me, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not doing that. And so bravo to everybody. And then also thank you for supporting everybody else's creativity. I mean, that really is the key. If you feel alone, you're not going to create, or judged, you're not going to create. So it's all about creating communities of safety where you can really be vulnerable and create something.
What was your turning point, though? What was the key? What was the thing?
I woke up one day and I was like, you're going to die, and you're useless. So it wasn't a great voice, but it was something that plagued me. So it was really being awful to myself in a way. And sometimes that voice can be too overactive. So it's always a balance between protecting the creator in you and not being too lazy, because you have to have discipline. But the disciplinarian in you can also be too hard on yourself. So it's always a constant battle, I think, between that sort of voice that makes you do something and then the other one that allows you to play.
Right.
And I just got into overdrive and I was like, if you do it, you're going to die.
I think, for me, it was sort of like, why not? Why not me? Everybody else is like, you see all these other people that are doing it, and you're like, why can't I do it? There's no reason. And you start realizing that as soon as you have sort of a singular vision, as soon as Felicia came to me and was like, this is my script, and I want you to play this, it just sort of, I think, you can kind of easily fall behind someone who is a leader once you have that clear vision, you know what I mean? So I think you'll be surprised, like if you're kind of sitting back and thinking like, oh, I really want to do this, I want to do that, the moment that you actually make the decision and go, I'm going to do this, you'll start seeing people come out of the woodwork. And you'll be like more receptive to it. Yes. You'll be like, oh, that guy that I met was an editor, and that guy that I met did this, and like all of a sudden the pieces are coming together. But you have to make that call. Yes. If you don't make that call, it doesn't happen. Because you'll have all these self-doubts or whatever. The second that you do,